Evening. A good friend of the club. Put your hands together for Joe Luzzi.
Woo!
All right. How we doing tonight? Yeah, right on. So, does anybody have any parents in the crowd tonight? I have parents. Anybody else? No? Okay. Well, I got some parents and I choose to blame them for my anger problems. Because every time I talk to my parents, I have to exercise so much patience, I have none left for the rest of the world. Like my dad, he's starting to forget things like having firewood delivered to my house as a present. And so assuming that he remembered having the firewood delivered, when it arrived, I texted him something cryptic like, "The eagle has landed." His response to that was, "Does that mean you're high on something, son?" "No, Dad, it's 7 o'clock in the morning, the firewood was delivered." He says, "Oh, so you need to borrow money?" Oh, God. So then I'll just try to talk to my mom to speed up the whole communication process. But that doesn't really work because all she ever wants to talk about is how I'm ever going to find the wife with those shoes that I wear. Or the car that I drive. Or am I really going to find the one with that untrimmed neck hair? So at that point I just try to get off the phone as quickly as possible. But every time she says something disgusting like, "Okay, Mom, love you, goodbye." And she goes, "Oh, okay, son, well, keep a wrinkle in it." That's disgusting. And then I don't have, there's the anger problem. I don't have any patience for anybody. Like the old guys in the gym locker room who feel it's appropriate to blow dry their ball sack in front of everyone. What is happening here? And they do it with so much pride, they put one leg up on the bench like there's some Viking sailing across the seas with their foot on the bow of the ship and the wind in their balls. Or some perverted version of Captain Morgan. "Oh, you got the captain in ya?" Well, if the captain is an image of your balls filling them with air haunting me for the rest of the day, then yes, I have the captain in me. Or like the guy at the red light who moves up 1 inch every 5 seconds, stopping and starting, making you think the light keeps turning green and distracting you from texting like everybody else at the red light. And this is the same asshole with the family cartoon car stickers, with one for each idiot parent, idiot child, idiot pet, dead idiot pet. I guess it's to show me how many orphans I'm going to make after I sideswipe their car head first into a fucking telephone pole. Yeah. But I don't really blame my parents for my anger problems. That's kind of a cop-out. I was adopted by two of the greatest people in the whole world, and I didn't deserve them. Because I was just kind of a weird, shitty little kid. For example, when I was growing up, I decided that I didn't want to poop anymore. I was tired of it. Sitting on the toilet seat, wiping my butt, washing my hands, the whole thing, just forget about it. Until about 72 hours later when I was in the fetal position with the family doctor's finger up my butt. Another weird thing I did was I had this obsession with my socks. They had to be up all the time, otherwise I would scream, "My socks aren't obeying me!" It's kind of weird. Another thing I did is I tried to brush my teeth with the lights off in the bathroom with what I thought was toothpaste. It turned out to be Preparation H instead. So I brushed my teeth with the light on now. Another weird thing I did was I was really into pro wrestling and I like to practice wrestling moves on pillows. And this particular day I decided to have this big finale where I body slammed a pillow 20 feet out of the tree. So I get 20 feet up the tree and the branch breaks, I fall, break my arm, get a concussion. Now at this point, if you're my parents, you gotta be thinking, we paid full price for a kid who wrestles pillows and trees and loses. He screams at his socks all day. He brushes his teeth with hemorrhoid cream. And we have to take him to the hospital every 6 months because he decided to stop pooping again. Somebody got ripped off here. Yeah, growing up at my parents' house, I had a secret drawer. And this drawer consisted of 3 different items, being a bottle of booze, a bag of weed, and a VHS tape of some of the most disgusting porn you've ever seen in your life. So me and my buddies went out and we had some of the whiskey. It tasted pretty strong, but it didn't really do it. Smoked some of the weed, also didn't really do the trick. Then I got home and busted out the trusty VHS tape, and it was in that moment that I realized that my parents had found my secret drawer, and they replaced the booze with vinegar, the bag of weed with lawnmower clippings, and recorded over the VHS tape with a 12-hour NASA launch video. Yeah. And they didn't even say a word. I had to have the balls to walk up to them, look them in the eye, to let them know that I know that they know. But the most embarrassing part was about a week later when they caught me jerking off to NASA launch videos. Yeah, weird thing I do. Another weird thing I do is my girlfriend left town recently, and anytime a pretty girl would be nice to me, I thought it was this big elaborate trap that my girlfriend had set for me. Like I was in line to get a sandwich and this girl stands next to me and goes, "Ooh, the food smells great." I go, "Oh, so how do you know my girlfriend?" Ridiculous. But I'm in the whole the new phase of the relationship where I'm meeting all of the friends, and that can be good. But every group of friends seems to have that one friend. Nobody can really explain why they're friends with them, how they met them. But they always say the same thing, don't they? They go, "You know what, you just got to get to know them better." And that is the telltale sign that someone is an absolute piece of shit. But I was at what I thought was a sophisticated party until in walks this guy wearing no pants, Superman underpants, and a pink tank top. So it's gonna get weird. And sure enough, 5 minutes of him arriving, he has his underpants around his ankles and he's wiggling his dick on the dance floor. And my inner monologue at that point is saying, "Joe, just be cool. They're her friends, they're not yours. Just be cool." Then the guy gets introduced to me and he just grabs my ball bag and stares me right in the eye. At this point, my inner monologue has left the building and is running down the street. And so, a couple of hours go by, and I have a couple of drinks. There's a guy passed out on the couch, so I approached the dick wiggler. He was taking a break from dick wiggling at this point. And I said, "Hey man, wouldn't it be funny if you put your nuts on that guy's forehead?" And he stops and turns and looks at me and goes, "That's rape, and you support rape culture." Whoa, you need to relax, sir. Then I got kind of mad. I was like, "Wait a minute, you've been shaking your dick at everybody that's walked through this door. You grabbed my ball bag without my consent. You're calling me rapey? I think you need to do some self-reflecting, sir." And you know what he said to me? He goes, "You could have stopped me anytime you wanted." Isn't that exactly what rapists say? You might as well have told me I was asking for it. It's bullshit. But so I just got mad and I left the room, and I overheard my girlfriend talking to her friend saying, "You know, my boyfriend is really nice, he's not rapey, you just got to get to know him better." You guys ready to get your feature comic up on stage? And like Dave said earlier, no talking, it really sort of ruins the show for everybody. So yeah, don't do that. But your feature comic of the night, very funny guy. He was a finalist on the Northwest Comedy Competition. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Chris Moran.
Nice and quiet. All right.